Hey guys, how's everyone doing? This is Nick from forexfornoobs.com with the members only analysis. Today is Thursday, the 7th of October 2021. Time is 11:40 here in the UK. You are looking at a GBP USD daily chart. Today's analysis, we're going to be looking for price action setups across all the pairs listed to the right here. Also going to be talking a little bit about the stock market, a little bit about the DXY, which, well, we'll get to that in a sec actually. So yeah, let's dive right into the analysis, guys. GBP USD first. This is an open trade that has triggered. Now, I shared this trade yesterday. I said that I'd be entering on a retrace. The retrace has happened, so my entry has now been triggered. Just looking for this short here on GBP USD, and what we need for that is some USD strength to really push this down, which I believe we're going to get. Keep in mind that we are in a bearish trend with GBP USD. It's not a very steep bearish trend, but it is a bearish trend. This is a pullback and a retest of resistance up here. So it wouldn't surprise me if if it takes a few days, it wouldn't surprise me, but I do think that this is a pretty good position. The only thing that's going to stop us, of course, is USD really getting weak and GBP USD going up. USD yesterday tested this high here and has since backed away from it. So it could really shoot up today, or maybe it'll fizzle out and go back down to the support area. I don't really know. I'm not going to make a prediction. I'm not really an expert on this kind of like DXY dollar strength type thing. I just trade based on what I see on my own charts, but I do like to keep an eye on currency strength, which is what I use the currency strength tool for on the website. But you know, here for these webinars, it's good to have it as a chart like you see here. So DXY looking pretty, it could go either way really. Now I talked last week about DXY getting, sorry, not last week, it was on Monday I meant to say. I talked about DXY getting weak and dropping down to, I believe, this support area. But I also said it might stop at this support area. So it could go to either. I was more expecting it to go all the way down to here, but turns out it stopped at that one and shot back up. So basically, DXY right now, if you really look at it, and you apply some technical analysis to it. And I'm honestly not that sure how good technical analysis is for the DXY. But if you do, it is sort of stuck in a range so far. I know it, don't get me wrong, I know a range needs, obviously because these are my rules, I know a range needs two bounces from the top, two bounces from the bottom. So it's not technically a range yet, but it's stuck between two support resistance areas. It's already showing weakness at the top here, and it looks like it could be getting trapped in a range. It's not a range yet, but it looks like it could be getting trapped in a range, which would not be ideal for our AUD USD short, nor would it be ideal for our GBP USD short. Although it might be okay for that GBP USD short, perhaps, because it could slowly work its way down very slowly if it's just bouncing in a range. So yeah, let's just keep an eye on GBP USD dollar strength and see how that plays out. USD JPY, for those of you who entered short on this one, you've made profit. There's not really much else to say about this one. It's definitely hit your target, and if it hasn't, then you probably held on way too long. Euro USD, I can't remember why I had this one up here. Why did I have this one up here? I think some people entered this one in the chat. Yeah, I'm not too sure. If you're in this one, it's hit stop loss. If you were long there, it's hit stop loss. So, you know, not much you can do there. But I don't really remember what the thing was with that. GBP USD, we're holding US oil. God, US oil really got screwed on this one. I got stopped out on this one. I'm new to oil trading, guys. It's I mean, I'm not completely new to it. Obviously, I've done some oil trading in the past. I've been in this business long enough that I've traded a little. I've traded most stuff a little bit. Most of the oil trading I've done has been like extreme long term. These kind of short term moves, they're pretty new to me. Honestly, I was expecting oil to not be able to get that high, but it has got that high. Yeah, it's that was a failed trade for me. Also, guys, I'm just removing all this stuff from the list that shouldn't be here anymore. I'm holding 2 weeks from now, perhaps even less. I haven't set an exact date. I'm holding the crypto webinar finally, where I'll be showing you guys how to get into crypto. Because as far as I'm concerned, at the moment, the crypto market is far, far less risky than Forex and far, far more predictable in terms of technical analysis. It's easier to trade and it's less risky. So I know some of you might be scared off by crypto, or you might be like, oh, I don't believe in crypto, blah, blah, blah. But you don't have to believe in it in order to trade it. Believing in the future of crypto and trading crypto, two different things. You don't need to believe in the future of crypto. These lines aren't important. I'm just kind of drawing them there. I just wanted to get an idea of how this is trending up. It's not anything I'm going to use to actually trade. Just nice to sometimes visualize what the trend looks like using some lines. Yeah, USD CHF, guys, could be looking for a long here. But it's just very messy. I'm not going to do anything with USD CHF, nor am I with USD CAD, nor am I with gold. So yeah, let's take a look at AUD USD. Maintain that short, not getting out. No reason to get out of this one. GBP USD maintaining that short. US oil, I'm just looking for this to fall back into this range here. I'm going to be looking to do some short-term range trading here. I'll explain more about this in the chat room as I do it, if it falls into the range, if conditions are met. It's just some experiments I'm doing with oil trading, really just for fun. I have to be honest, just messing about with stuff for fun. AUD CAD. No. Thought it might be in a range, but it's not really a great range. I don't like CAD CHF. It was at resistance, but it doesn't look that great. Euro AUD. Looking kind of bearish right now. I don't really see a good trade here. Adjust this area down. Be more in line with that last bounce there, which might give us a trade there. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm not really that bothered with that trade after. Yeah, like Euro CHF in general, I'm not crazy about. It's a bit of a weird cross pair. I'm probably not going to take a trade there. It's looking like a boring end to the week, guys. I'm not really seeing anything of much interest here. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. There's really nothing that I'm that interested in right now. I just had a look at pretty much everything, and nothing stands out at me on the charts. I'm just having a really quick scan through these again. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I'll go back to Euro USD, actually. There might be something there. Nah, even there. Too late for a short trade. Yeah, I really don't see anything, guys. aside from the ADUSD that's open in the GBPUSD, Euro CHF, I guess is the only new one, but I don't really like that. But there's a potential for a reversal from the support area. I probably won't take that. Euro JPY, we're still looking at this range as a potential to trade, but it's not hitting the bottom of the range, so there's nothing really happening there. And New Zealand USD, this is off the list too. So, yeah, guys, that's it for this week. I'm sorry to say, wish I had some more exciting analysis, but all we got is Euro JPY and Euro CHF apart from our open trades. Now, looking a little bit at the stock market, EU stock market, bit of a recovery today. Nothing crazy in terms of recovery, but a bit of a recovery. The SPX is not open yet. This opens at 2:30, but yesterday, 2:30 UK time, yesterday it did recover a decent amount, which brings me over to crypto. Look, we've only been here 10 minutes with this analysis. We've covered everything Forex related. There's just nothing much happening. So I hope you guys don't mind me switching over to crypto. I know some of you guys really hate crypto. But, just tune out here. Stop watching here if you really hate it. Honestly, I think crypto is the easiest market by far to trade these days. And it's the least risky market to trade. So putting that hate aside for something new, which a lot of people have, and just trading it because it's worth it to trade it is my advice. You do what you want to do, but I'm going to talk about crypto real quickly here. And if you're not interested, feel free to stop watching the video here. So Bitcoin really took off yesterday. Now, I've been actively buying up cryptos, throughout this whole dip down. I've been saying which ones I'm buying. I shared a report saying which ones I'm buying, and I'm really working hard on putting together a plan for the chat room, the crypto chat room, in which there is a lot more trades shared. Some big things are happening with the crypto chat room in the next few weeks. But Bitcoin has really taken off again. It is dipping back down, which is completely to be expected after a move this powerful for it to take a day or two rest. I wouldn't be surprised if it dips back down a decent amount from here. This also gives a chance for the altcoins to start rallying, which is what we're seeing today. So you got your coins like Atom starting to turn around, slow down their descent today. CELR AVAX is finding support on this support area here, looking like it's going to turn around. DOT has started climbing up again. A lot of cryptos that I've been talking about recently, so HBAR found resistance here, and I believe it has a pretty good chance of turning around from this level. Luna, I meant to say, I'm not really in Algo, to be honest. Luna is really starting its climb, and it could be going to new highs. So what I see happening with crypto right now is as BTC dominance falls, which I don't believe I have a BTC dominance chart up here. It's not something I look at too often, but you can look at it. What's the best one? Can I add both of these? I'm not sure what this one is, the premium index. Okay. It's nothing. I know, it looks like I did have the BTC dominance chart because it's not up here at the bottom here. Wait, let me see. All right, yeah. So BTC dominance is falling. What that means, this chart tracks the dominance of Bitcoin versus all the other altcoins. So how many people, how much money is in Bitcoin versus all the other altcoins put together? So the dominance of Bitcoin's falling. Money is flowing out of Bitcoin into the altcoins today, as you can see here. That's why all these altcoins are starting to slow down their descent and starting to rise again. So this is pretty normal behavior for cryptos. It's pretty normal behavior for Bitcoin to rise first, make some big climbs, and then the altcoins to follow slightly after. So I've been buying altcoins. So, I'm not needing to like jump in right now or anything like that, but I am buying more altcoins up today because I think that there's a pretty good chance that they are going to climb, just like Bitcoin climbed, if not way more than Bitcoin climbed. Now, obviously, you have to decide for yourself how you want to handle that, but I do have a strong belief that the altcoins are going to start climbing over the next few days. And I am very bullish on the crypto market right now because the highs that it's broken are pretty significant, really. It broke through the high set back in September, around the 6th of September. It made this high and then just turned around very quickly. And it got all the way back down to here. And now yesterday, it finally broke through that high. It looks like Bitcoin might be climbing back to all-time highs. And if that happens, these altcoins are going to go absolutely crazy. I'm talking about just absurd potential gains on altcoins. So like this DOT is a very good altcoin to have. This could go from $33. And this is just, this isn't really based on any analysis. This is just a kind of a bit of a guesswork here. So don't take my word for it. It's just a bit of guesswork. But if Bitcoin breaks all-time highs, I think DOT is probably going to fly from $33 where it's at now up to 70, 75, something like that. That's more than double. And a lot of the smaller cap coins are going to do much bigger moves than that. So just something to keep in mind, guys. I think the alt market in crypto is really primed to take off here. And, I have to say this, but this isn't financial advice, guys. Do your own research and figure out if you want to get into this, because also Bitcoin could just turn around and just absolutely crash here, like it did the other day. It absolutely crashed there. So by the end of today, we could have a candle that looks much like this one. That won't look very bullish, will it? So I'm just saying, be careful out there. But when I say that crypto is less risk than Forex, what I mean is on a per trade basis, there's less risk because you don't use leverage. If you're not using leverage is where the risk comes in Forex trading. If you're trading Forex completely unleveraged, let's just say you're buying $100 and with pound, and you're just trading it by exchanging currencies, then there's very, very little risk in that. The value is going to drop very, very little. It's the leverage that adds the risk to Forex trading. With crypto, you can make the same returns without leverage. So the potential downside is a lot lower. So like, let's say you put just $1,000 trade as an example into BTC right now. You buy $1,000 of BTC right now because you think it's going to go up to all-time highs. So what's the potential downside there? 50%. Let's say you're 50% down. So you've risked $1,000 like you would risk $1,000 on a Forex trade. Just as an example, I know not everyone's trading with $1,000. I'm just giving you an example number up, just because it's a nice round and easy number. So on a Forex trade, you would risk $1,000. You have 100 pip stop loss. On crypto, you risk $1,000 by buying $1,000 worth of BTC. So your stop loss gets hit in Forex, you lose that $1,000. How much does it have to move for your stop loss to be hit? 100 pips. That can happen, any day of the week. On a lot of different pairs, it can move 100 pips. Maybe you've risked 50 pips and it only needs to move 50 pips. How much does Bitcoin have to move down for you to lose the $1,000 on Bitcoin? Down to pretty much zero. Down to zero. What's more likely to happen over the course of 24 hours? You to lose 1,000 in Forex? You to lose 1,000 on Bitcoin? Now, Bitcoin's not the best example of this, so just bear with me here, because Bitcoin is also not very likely to double. And in Forex, you could, see double, like just 2R. Obviously, you can hit that pretty easily. So Bitcoin's a bad example of this, but it just illustrates how far things have to go down. So maybe something like Atom, or what's even better, AVAX, because I told you guys to get into AVAX a long time ago. I think it was, I don't know. I think it was maybe around $32 when I first mentioned it to you guys. Maybe even less than that. Maybe it was for, I don't know. Maybe it was $20 when I first mentioned it to you guys. Who knows? Who knows? Let's just say it was $20. Now you bought $1,000 worth of AVAX. How much does AVAX have to go down for you to lose everything? It needs to go down to zero. Where did it go down to? It went down 57% from there. So you would have been at a floating loss of $570 floating loss at the lowest absolute point for AVAX. And that's if you even held it this long, because a lot of people just closed out, when they were up here. But if you've held it for this long, you would be at, let's just call it a 60% floating loss at a maximum, because price went down to $9. How much profit would you be in at the max? 253% profit. So that's what I mean when I say there's less risk in crypto, because your stops aren't, the downside of each trade is usually less. You're less likely to get stopped out than you are in Forex if your stop is equal to. I'm explaining this so badly. It's really hard to explain this properly, but you have $1,000 stop in Forex, 50 pips, easy for it to be hit. You put $1,000 into AVAX, this crypto that I said to buy ages ago, and for that to be hit, it has to go to $0, which is a highly unlikely scenario. Right, so that's the difference here. And if you bought DOT, which I'm pretty sure is another one I mentioned way back then, in March or some point of this year, so that would have been. Oh, actually, that hasn't made as much gains as I thought it had. Oh, maybe it was February that I mentioned DOT to you guys. That didn't max 100%. But yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. There wasn't much Forex stuff to talk about, so we talked a little bit about crypto. But there's nothing really left to talk about right now. I'm doing a crypto trading battle tomorrow morning. Basically battling this guy, short-term crypto trading. I'm probably going to lose because I don't really do that kind of short-term trading, but it's just a thing that's for fun and for charity. All proceeds go to charity, so I'll be posting a link to that. Please check it out. Please join and support me. Give me some support. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you for next week's analysis, but obviously I'll see you in the chat room before, because you're a member. Bye-bye.